Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand.
We have witnesses now.
Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory. Until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of the riot?
I did my best, sir. We all did. It was early morning. One of my friends was a local gunsmith, and he handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to rob 2 banks at the same time. 2 banks on the same damn street.
Genius.
Story was Bob Dalton's girl was always riding him about how he had no ambition. Oh, you're nobody next to Jesse James, she'd say. Finally, the bastard took his brothers to Coffeeville just to shut her up. Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off. Before they could get away, half the town took up arms to defend their property.
Obviously.
Their first mistake was pulling a job in their own damn hometown. The boys grew up in Coffeeville, so everybody knew them. The bank teller tricked them, telling them the time lock on the safe wouldn't open till 9:30.
God. Jesus. Okay. Got all 3 of them.
The brothers paid dearly for their stupidity.
Yep.
But everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently.
Oh god.
First of all, it was high noon. A posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Ooh.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months. Now they finally had them dead to rights. But those boys had a reputation as stone-cold killers, so the marshals took every precaution, knowing they wouldn't go easy. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker.
Who?
The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up.
Oh! I was supposed to go down? Not through here, I guess. How do I get down there then? I'm just gonna wait for the game to tell me to go down.
This man had no intention of letting the Daltons slip away. They met an adversary that day who had no fear and offered them no quarter. The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up eventually. We just gotta wait for something to happen.
This bounty hunter
Will
knew
they?
that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns. So he went in there alone to confront those criminals.
Aha!
One of the marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Hey,
No,
where do you think
not.
you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
But he paid him no mind.
I don't care what you say.
He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank.
Did I?
Then he figured out how to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting.
Oh, which is?
Fortunately, a water tower was right there. From above.
Water tower. Okay. Gotcha.
A moment later, he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did.
Hahaha. Like this?
It's brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country.
Whoa. What the hell happened? Jesus. Okay, I'm inside. Woo! Can you guys see me? Don't shoot me.
We've got company.
1, 2, 3.
Heroic men like him, who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free. Like Jim Bowie and Davy Crockett,
Is that
who
Silas
died
Greaves?
defending the Alamo.
Son of a bitch!
Out of my way. Out of my way. Here we go again. And
His name?
dead.
Silas Greaves. And when the dust finally settled, he was the last man standing.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened.
Of course, it wasn't.
It was early evening, not high noon. Daltons blew up a safe, and were all set to hightail it out of there. I was late to the party, and Coffeyville was already up in arms. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies.
The leader, the lover, the loser, the Dalton brothers.
I had been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless. Finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. But they still had friends in Coffee.
Oh, there they are. There they are.
Those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions. I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them. Problem was, they knew the town better than I did. And to top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons.
Jesus.
Who were shooting, which wasn't any surprise, because those 2 families have been feuding forever. Since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers.
I knew it.
Married a Smith.
It's very hard to pay attention to the story and the shooting.
Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeyville that day. But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens.
I need to upgrade my shit.
Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least 2 of them to escape. The 3rd brother stayed behind to plant me, just in case that trap of theirs didn't work.
Jesus, it didn't. It didn't.
It was Emmett, the youngest, and he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
Whoa.
I ain't afraid of you, Silas Greaves. This is where
I'm not afraid of you either.
He was determined to protect his brothers. And I understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long life.
Wow, he's not afraid. Oh, no more grenades. Shoot. Shut up.
But Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeyville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him? But I have to admit, that boy had grit.
That boy had grit.
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this.
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand. They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
So we sorta kinda have little friends now. I'm pretty sure they're going to die though.
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell.
What? Was it? Oh, it is getting kind of foggy now. Oh, it's so pretty.
It was tough to stay on a true course. So we kept an eye out for landmarks.
Ooh. Jesus, stupid flags. Okay, this is getting kind of disgusting now. Jesus, get off me, flies. Where am I supposed to go? This way?
It was autumn. The maple trees were in full color, red as blood.
Jesus, don't scare me, game.
The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded.
I can't believe this.
The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody.
The orientation point has been disabled on purpose. Shit! Shit! I missed!
Some bitches ahead of me wanted to do me harm, so I had to face them alone.
They want me to get disoriented.
I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
They're probably dead already.
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet, but I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends.
Let's introduce ourselves to their friends then. Shut up.
Was nowhere to be seen.
Where are they? They're dead. I'm pretty sure they're dead already. What did you say to me? Damn it, where's my aim? There it is. There it is. It was lost. I just found it.
But luckily, a barn materialized as if right before my eyes. I scrambled up top to get a better view.
Materialized.
But just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running for the bushes. Of course, I followed them.
Of course, let's follow them.
But that goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea where I was.
Ah, shit. The fuck?
Steve?
Someone's asleep already.
So I just started walking, and pretty soon...
Steve is being rude.
Steve? Steve?
Huh? Oh, no, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
What? Shit. Don't say that, because then it will happen. Engines?
Indians?
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention.
Oh, okay.
Now, where was I?
Okay.
You were following the Daltons through the
Okay.
swamp?
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
So, where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers. Being a brother is a very sacred thing. It's a bond like no other.
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not
Calm
yet,
down.
But I did find a few of their cousins. What's more important
No.
than family? I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
This is a graveyard. What? I have a grenade, don't I? Damn! He's alive? What?
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them.
Oh god, that's really foggy.
And that's when I saw it. A goddamn steamboat.
Whoa.
Steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps?
Guess it floated off during the flood of '89.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board. It was then that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high, and those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found.
Like I said, they're
Among those
dead.
men that were shooting at me, I thought I saw some familiar faces.
Like who? What?
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
Jesus.
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's
I
the
don't.
man I am, Ben. I set out to do something. I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
Whoa, look at this. Shut. Don't dodge my bullets. Son of a bitch. Did you see what he was doing?
Right about then,
Whoa.
much to my relief, the vigilantes finally arrived.
Kill them.
Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit. But it turned out that they had me.
I knew it. I knew it. Why was that guy up there for no reason and alive? Shit.
Apparently, the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive.
Jesus.
But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a fight.
About that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
You're worried about the Titanic.
Okay, I'm telling a story.
Blessed be. I don't think it'll even float.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God.
Getting back to that steamboat.
God.
How'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. But somehow I managed to finally disembark. It was time to settle this once and for all.
Oh. Prepare your anus, everyone. Prepare all the anuses. I have a Gatling gun. Holy shit.
Bob and Grad weren't about to come at me one at a time.
Whew.
They were in this together.
What?
Two brothers side by side, determined
Are you
to
kidding
take
me?
down. Confident that this time the odds were on their side.
Ah, shit. Okay, let me try this again. So this guy seems to shoot first. So let's kill this one first. Ah, shit! Oh god, how am I supposed to do this? Did
Got it
it!
wrong. A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds. Paroled 14 years later, he moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful day. And the tragic death of his two brothers.
I'm too good. I'm too good. Power of luggage. Boom! Throw your log.
Just kicked me on his back. On his back.
First kill at 15. Kill the man for snoring. And 40 more for breathing.